is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Hello and welcome to your Monday. Fresh from a weekend. I had a nice one. How about you, Jack?
I did. I had so much fun. It was full on, but a lot of fun.
What time were you home Saturday morning?
I don't want to say. Like it was, look, just before the sun was rising, I'll say.
So you were getting home while I was waking up and about to boil some eggs.
We could have had a morning call.
I mean, I just love it so much. Same on Sunday morning for you?
Yes, had a Barbie party that was a lot of fun.
Can you pick a highlight? I can pick the highlight of mine, and I really believe that they will be very different, your highlight and my highlight. Call us and say g'day and give us the singular outstanding part of the weekend just gone.
Oh, that's a hard question.
Chrissie's Say G'day.
Been a very busy button lately, very busy button, so I carved out a little bit of me time, took a drive to the country, and this is the highlight of my weekend, a salad roll from a country bakery.
Beautiful.
It was so good. It was like processed Virginian ham, cheese and salad.
Amazing.
It was grated carrot, magic.
How do you feel about beetroot in your salad
I feel
rolls?
great about
So
beetroot.
do I.
And I also feel great about onion.
Yep.
The only downside of this roll was I couldn't add more salt and pepper, and I'm a fiend. I'm a condiment fiend. But it was delicious and the absolute highlight of my weekend. What about
I
yours?
love that. Oh, Friday night was really awesome. My mates Elliot and Effie launched a clothing brand collaboration, but probably the Barbie party Saturday night. Seeing everyone dress up, and I don't like themed parties.
Yes.
But seeing everyone put in so much effort and dress up like Barbies and Kens was pretty sick.
And you can't do it next year, and you couldn't have done it last year.
Correct. The timing is perfect.
Absolutely, the zeitgeist. Jan, what was your absolute highlight of the weekend?
The Luke Combs concert last night.
Oh, I saw a lot of it on Instagram. Have you been a long-term fan, or are you a fair weather friend?
No, absolutely a long-term fan. And Cody Johnson.
See, sometimes when someone hits the mainstream big time like Luke Combs has recently, the original fans get real sassy.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Well, hopefully we can make up for that sassiness with a Priceline Pharmacy voucher. Go crazy with your pink basket, Janny. Christian and Seb, is there two?
Yeah, both of us. Both of us here.
Oh,
love
my
this.
God. Boys in stereo. I love it. It just
How
says,
are you?
good, mate. It only says you're from Brizzy. Which part of Brizzy?
We're pretty much from the city, like West End. We'll go West End. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Inner city. I was going to make up something there. All right. What is your highlight? You've got the same one.
Yeah. So we both hosted our first ever festival together on Saturday. Started at 7 a.m. and got home Sunday morning at 8 a.m.
You and Jack have a lot in common.
I'll give you my number, boys.
Absolutely. Next time you're in Brisbane, I'll also contact the police because the three of you
Yeah, they
sound
definitely do that.
sound like trouble. Priceline Pharmacy voucher for each of you, one each. Christian and Seb, I don't understand how you're both calling on the same line, but I love it. Tam, what is the highlight from your weekend?
Waking up ridiculously early to go and watch my daughter do her first competition for cheerleading.
Oh.
She's only 5 years old.
This is so wholesome, Tam. What did she wear and how long had she been in training, given she's only been alive for 5 years?
She's actually been cheerleading since she was 3.
Oh.
And they wear professional cheerleading outfits and everything, and they just look too adorable on stage.
How cute. Do they wear lots of makeup?
They do.
Yeah.
My daughter is very, very pale, so there's a lot of bronzer involved.
Wow.
And what colour pom-poms did she have, Tam?
Well, they don't use pom-poms for cheer, so I'm in the mum's pom team, so I use pom-poms and she doesn't get to.
You got to earn the poms. Yeah. You got to earn the poms. Well, you guys can head off to Priceline Pharmacy and replace all the makeup that you used on the weekend.
Will do, she'll love it.
Oh, fantastic.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
What's your stance on fluffing, on letting one rip? See, you notice how I'm not saying the FART word?
Do you find that a bit harsh?
I was not allowed to say it growing up.
Weren't you?
Yeah. And my kids say it all the time. It's fine, but I find it very difficult. Sort of like, calling your friends' parents by their real name.
Yeah.
I always still call them Mrs. Thompson, Mrs.
Right.
Jackson. Thank you, Mr. And I'm nearly as old as them now. But I just can't get over it.
You and Kim Kardashian have that in common. She can't say the FART word.
Can't she?
No.
Oh, my God. Peg will be delighted. So here's a headline. Man bans girlfriend from fluffing in the house because he thinks it's unladylike. Now, I don't know about the unladylike stuff, but the article goes on to talk about this girl who said she just let one rip in the kitchen and then ended up in a huge fight with her boyfriend because, he thinks that's disgusting. The vast majority of responses on this article are with the woman, saying you should be able to do it wherever you want. There's nothing wrong with it. All of that. Even the journalist, and I use that term very loosely, is saying things like, God, what is this? The dark ages? Women can own their own homes but they can't just let one rip in the kitchen. And I'm conflicted because, of course, I'm a feminist and I don't like things that are deemed unladylike because that means nothing to me. But I have a problem with fluffs. I find them very rude.
I'm with you. And I don't think it's got anything to do with gender, whether it doesn't matter who it is, especially in this instance when you're in the kitchen. Like, there's food around. And, I imagine when people do fluff,
yes,
that there's potentially particles or something. Not to be gross, but no, not in the kitchen.
There is that element, but also something even more base than that. It smells.
Yeah.
It smells. There's a reason there's a toilet. When I was growing up, we would have to go outside to do it, like dogs, and turn around 3 times so that the fluff would get lost. It wouldn't be able to follow us back in.
Yeah.
As if you're throwing it into a whirling dervish.
Or there's the thing of as well, if it happened to happen inside, I remember as a kid, there was matches and there was protocol.
Well, some of them will slip
Lighting
out.
a match. Correct.
Some of them will slip out. And, occasionally, I've done one, you're turning into your parents. I've walked and little fluffs have come out with each step and I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning into my father. But that's allowed. But to be in a room with people and do something so stinky, I think is very bad manners.
I'm with you. I think it's gross.
And I think you should go to the toilet to do that.
Or, like you said, step outside. The
only time I've ever got very, very angry at a boyfriend was when he thought it would be funny early on in the relationship to give me a Dutch oven. Now, if you don't know what a Dutch oven is, we were in bed together and he was laughing, thinking it was the funniest thing ever. And he put the doona over my head and fluffed. I reacted in a way like such rage and fury. I was like, imagine a cat being thrown into a bath. I was like trying to get out. It was like my life was under threat.
Did you ever see him again?
Yes, I stayed with him for 7 years.
Swan, no, that is a deal breaker.
He never, ever fluffed around me again.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name? Who is it? Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Mary, Mary, why you bugging?
Hi, Chrissie.
It's an oldie but a goodie. Good old Run DMC. They would have ruined your life back in the day, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Of course they did. Do you even know what I'm talking about, Jack?
The song?
Yeah, it's a great song by Run DMC. One of the great bands of all time. See, I'm a cool mum.
I'm not an ordinary mum. I'm a cool mum.
I'm a cool mum. Are you a cool mum, Mary?
I'm a very cool mum.
Yeah, of course you are. I'm going to give you $500 and there's nothing that Jack can do to stop me.
Well, I actually can, because if Mary guesses incorrectly, I can snatch $100 off.
Them's the rules, Mare Bear.
All right, let's go.
I've got 5 clues here about a particular celebrity. I've also got $500 cash to give away thanks to Queen Baking. Aforementioned $100 every time it disappears. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Clue number 1. I am one of James Corden's besties.
Oh, God. Adele.
Ha! $500, Mary!
What a way to start your Monday, Mary.
Yes!
That is the best.
The next clue I was going to sing to you, and then Jack would have been so mad because I was going to say, I'm known for saying hello. And then you definitely would have got it, but you didn't need that because you got it already. $500. Thanks to Queen Baking for you, Mary.
Amazing. Thanks, guys.
Good on you.
You just lost your cool mum status, Swan, by singing that.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Here's a little known connection that Miley Cyrus has with her mum, Tish Cyrus. They've both now been married. Oh, did Miley get married to that Hemsworth? Yes.
I believe her and Liam were married.
They were married. They've both been married to Australians.
Ah.
Her mum, Tish, just got married to British-born but Australian actor Dominic Purcell.
Yeah.
Who's best known from this juggernaut, Prison Break. God, it was huge.
I remember being a kid and mum and dad watching it as we'd go to bed.
Yeah.
So I kind of missed the boat. But I remember it used to be... I remember hearing teachers talk about it at school
It was
the next
just
day.
massive.
Yeah.
When I initially heard that she'd married a Prison Break actor, I was like, wow, Wentworth Miller. But it wasn't him. It was the other guy. It was the other guy. And I've just done a little deep dive into Tish. Because Tish, I always thought that Tish and Billy Ray were still married, but no. They had a very rocky relationship, each of them filing for divorce twice before finally settling on irreconcilable differences last year in 2022. And then she got hitched straight away, good on her.
Wasted no time.
I think Billy Ray Cyrus is remarried now too.
Yeah, to someone called Fire Rose.
Oh, she sounds nice.
Wonder what they do on a Saturday night.
Definitely open fires and singing.
Yes.
Definitely.
Outside with friends.
Yes.
Around a picnic rug in a circle.
In fact, I've heard Miley Cyrus talk about these big sing-alongs. They really do happen with the Cyrus clan. Speaking of Miley, her single Used to Be Young is out on Friday. And frankly, I've got high hopes because I'm cranky about that last album. It was a piece of poo apart from Flowers.
Yeah, we had one good tune.
And actually there was one more good
Jaded.
song off it. Yeah, Jaded was great, but nobody picked it up.
No.
But most of those songs were most unusual. But I look forward to Friday. Now, this is something else that got me. Because I love to recreate classic or like iconic recipes at home. For example, when we have burger night, we have homemade quarter pounders and they are even better than a Macca's quarter pounder.
I still sometimes use that recipe you taught me last year to make homemade burgers.
It is the best. Simple and the best, right? So because I've unlocked that, a homemade QP, I'm up for that sort of thing. I've tried my own Kentucky Fried Chicken, making it at home, blah, blah, blah. So I'm a sucker for this. I clicked on how to make your own QP mayonnaise at home. Because QP mayonnaise is the king of mayonnaises.
Absolutely. Whoever's got the QP mayo in the Nova fridge here, let me tell you, I use half of it a week.
It's mine.
Oh, is it?
No. Just tricky. No, because I use the other half. Sorry to whoever owns it. So I clicked on the link and I'm like, yes, I'm going to make my own Kewpie. And then 2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon of cider vinegar. Got that? 1 large egg yolk. Yep. A teaspoon of Dijon canola, sugar, some kosher salt. 2 tablespoons of dashi, homemade or instant. And then I just heard a voice in my head go, it's $2.99. Just buy the goddamn Kewpie mayo.
Absolutely. You're Chrissie Swan.
And read a book instead of recreating it. Lost my mind.
Your effort's there. The intention.
God.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Here we are. Comes around so quickly, doesn't it? Friday seems like such a long way away.
I know.
And then here we are.
It's a good feeling to get Monday done, though.
I agree. I don't mind Mondays.
Yeah,
I like
neither.
them. I like seeing what's on for the week, organising the food, pulling stuff out of the deep freezer. Because you know that a chest freezer changed my life.
What's that?
That should be my tattoo. A chest freezer saved my life today.
I will not allow you to get that tattoo.
I won't. I can't have that.
Absolutely not.
Well, my gran used to have this massive, the big deep ones that you could put a body in.
Oh, like the ice cream freezers.
The ice cream freezers.
Like the big long ones that people have in their sheds.
Yeah, but I've got mine in my house.
Do you?
Yeah, in my laundry. And in there is
That's so bogus.
It's heaps of Vegemite scrolls frozen for
Really?
lunches, loaves of bread for Baker's Delight, boxes of fish fingers, lamb shoulders, everything's in there. Frozen fruit.
Yum.
I know. Ice cream, that lasts about, 35 seconds. But yeah, the chest freezer changed my life, and I love sorting through it, digging through it, and pulling out what's.
What are you pulling out tonight?
Lamb chops and sausages.
Yum.
Because also I'm going to be on the project tonight.
You are too.
Yes, I'm trying to get some more donations together for my Fred Hollows walk, which I didn't really walk that much this weekend. I am going to get my 300 kilometres, but now I sort of realise why most people do 100.
Also, you're on with Steve Price tonight, so just grab his credit card and donate a few grand.
Actually, that is not a bad idea.
Just go through their wallet, Swanee, in the green room.
Yes.
Hey, next, Chrissie's Quizzy, and today, actually all week, we have Jonas Brothers tickets to give away. Live for the first time, the Jonas Brothers are bringing their 5 albums, one-night tour to Australia in March. Tickets on sale now. More info at livenation.com.au.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Oh, yes! Today, I am without my bum bag.
Oh, you are too?
Yes, because I had a funeral. I was going to say an event, but it was a funeral today, and it's the one place I don't think a bum bag is suitable.
I think you made the right call.
So I transferred all my stuff into a handbag, and then I came to work, and I kept the handbag on.
You did look chic walking in.
Thank you.
Minus the bum bag.
I got that bag from Kmart.
Love that.
Yeah, it was really good. All right, let's talk bum bags and Jonas Brothers tickets. Linda, do you want them?
Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Jack. Oh, I want him. A bum bag with Joe Bros ticket is the best.
It really is a great combination.
So exciting.
Darcy, would you agree with Linda that is a great combination of bum bag and Joe Bros tickets?
Yes, I want them.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, I wish that I could give you both, but I've been told by management that I cannot. Your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. And we'll walk away with aforementioned bum bag and Jonas Brothers tickets.
Yay!
Question number 1, girls. What is the capital city of Tasmania?
Linda.
Yes, Linda?
Hobart.
Yes. Did you say Hobart?
Hobart. Hobart.
It's a funny little...
It's a bit fancy.
Yeah, funny little
Hobart.
accent on the syllable there. Hobart. Tasmania. Question number 2. Which country was victorious in last night's FIFA
Linda.
World... Yes, Linda?
Spain.
Yes, España.
2 points to Linda. Darcy, you're not on the scoreboard yet, my friend.
This is for the win, Linda. Which South Korean boy band released this song? Darcy, you're in first. Yep.
BTS.
Correct.
Correct.
I mean, I can't imagine that there are too many other South Korean boy bands.
No, this
That's
is
a good
true.
guess. Question number 4. The acronym DOB stands for...
Darcy.
Yes, Darcy?
Date of birth.
Correct. It's Even Stevens.
Oh.
This one for the win. Which blonde pop star is currently going through a divorce?
Darcy.
Yes, Darcy, for the win.
Britney Spears.
Yes! Oh! Stolen off the waist of Linda.
Oh, too sad. Too sad. But congratulations, Darcy. Well done.
Thank you.
Darcy, you are going. Who are you going to take? Wait, before I ask you that, there's 2 tickets, right?
There's 2 tickets.
Okay, yeah, who are you taking, Darcy?
My best friend, probably.
Yes, how exciting. You're going to be getting ready in your bedroom.
And make sure you wear the bum bag to the concert just to really embarrass yourselves, Darcy.
Oh, I will.
Good girl.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I'm about to ask a question that's been on my mind for a long time. I met a dog in a park on the weekend. It was a setter, like a red...
What's a setup?
Well, it looked like a red setter. Pardon me, my Diet Coke's not going down well. It looked like a red setter, but it was grey. Maybe it was an Irish setter.
What do setters look like?
Well, sort of long in the leg. They're usually that beautiful chestnutty red colour.
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah.
So it looked like a setter, but it wasn't red.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
And so I think they're called an Irish setter. Anyway, their noses, and this isn't exclusive to crotch sniffers, but their noses, they're a long-legged dog, so their noses are right at the private part levels.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, this dog came up to me as if he knew me and buried his nose right in my crotch.
Oh, wow.
And has that ever happened to you?
Oh, I don't think so.
Annie has this. Oh, Annie's on the phone. I want to know. I mean, I know it's not just me because some dogs do this and it is so embarrassing.
Well, it would make me automatically question someone's hygiene.
Correct. Not every dog does this to me, by the way. Don't look at me like that. Not every dog does that, but the dogs that do will do it to you too and to me. And I think that dogs must be like babies in that they come the way they are.
Yeah.
And the pet owner just has to deal with this quirk of owning a crotch sniffer.
Did the crotch sniffer's owner come up to you or try to interact with you about the awkward interaction? Or
Well, the
not?
dog was on a lead
Oh, so they were right up close with it.
and pulled away on the lead just to bury his nose right in my... And then you do that weird, like, and you're covering your bits and you're like, get out of there. What are you doing? Get out of there. But it's so embarrassing. And then the owner is also carrying on like that. So it's this sniffy dog in the middle just loving it and then two human beings dying of embarrassment for different reasons.
Whilst also drawing more attention to you,
I
whilst
know.
being loud and going, oh.
It's just my worst nightmare to encounter a crotch sniffer. I really don't like it. But I want to know this. 13 24 10, is your dog a crotch sniffer? Like my dog Murphy does lots of things.
Murphy's horny, but...
Yes, but not that.
No, for toys and other things.
Does your dog consistently stick his nose where it's not wanted? And I just want to know, what do you do about it? Because I think if I had a crotch sniffer at home, I would never let him leave the house.
No, or you'd put him or her into some intensive dog training to try and stop the crotch
Can you
sniffing.
even train it out of them, the crotch sniffing?
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
The crotch sniffing dog, I believe, is a scourge on society.
I've never experienced this.
I can't believe that you've never experienced it. But you don't like dogs and you don't really spend a lot of time outdoors.
No. And I'm not like actively approaching a dog either, or I steer clear of them if I'm at a park.
I met a setter on the weekend in a park who went straight for my bits. Straight there.
And we can rule out any hygiene issues.
There's absolutely no hygiene issues,
Okay.
but of course that's where you first go and it's very embarrassing.
Totally.
And then the owner of the dog is also very embarrassed. The only thing that is not embarrassed in this exchange is the crotch sniffing dog who's living his best life.
They're in heaven.
Alex, have you had experience with a crotch sniffer?
Yes, I have.
Tell me everything because I imagine it's just as embarrassing for you.
I had a dog that used to do it to other females. But I also have had it happen to me too, and it's very embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing because the unspoken law there is that you smell. And then we all carry on like, get out.
I know. What can you do? You laugh it off.
Did you have a lead on your dog to get him out of
Yes.
strangers' nether regions?
Yes, I did. And I did ask the vet at the time. I saw with my dog, and they said it was like a hormonal thing. So I don't know.
Blame it on the hormones.
From the dog?
Why not?
From the dog or the sniffer or the sniffy?
The snippy.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, God, Alex, this has just gotten a lot worse.
A Priceline Pharmacy
no.
voucher for you, Alex. Danielle, talk to us.
My parents actually have an Irish setter as well, who is a massive crotch.
Oh no! And it's so convenient for an Irish setter because they don't need to bend down or jump up. They're right there at the right height.
Sniff height.
They're at the perfect height.
So what do you do about your crotch sniffing dog? I couldn't let them out of the house.
So they only take him for a walk once every couple of days, so he's not too bad out on the street. But whenever somebody comes to visit, his head just goes straight there. And whenever he gets in trouble as well, that's where he tries to bury his nose to sort of hide.
That'll make everything okay.
So, forget about burying your head in the sand, Danielle.
wow.
So, I mean, another one. I see, it does happen, Jack. It
does.
absolutely happens. Catherine, talk to me. You've got a crotch sniffer?
We do have a crotch sniffer. He's a Maltese poodle, or a moo-poo is what they call him, and he sniffs everyone's crotches, no matter male, female, children, babies, and it is highly embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Are Maltese poodles quite short, Catherine, or are they taller?
They are. They've got the short syndrome dog thing happening where they think they're like a Rottweiler, but they're actually not a Rottweiler.
Catherine,
at all.
can I ask a logistical question? How does a small dog get up to the crotch?
He will just he will sit down and wait for a pat, and the minute the person bends down, then he sort of leaps up, and then he starts sniffing away on his hind legs.
It's like he's having a crack at a piñata.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, my God. It is a thing.
Carol, you're a dog walker. Let's finish with Carol. Talk to us about crotch sniffing.
My worst ones are the greyhounds, and I've got a Newfoundland that's 75 kilos and has slobber as well.
Carol, no.
Go for the crutch with the slobber.
And the greyhound's nose is so long.
I know. It's just like they go, oh, this one. Straight.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Adele has revealed she's given up coffee. Why?
Remember I tried to do that at the start of the year?
I knew it wouldn't last.
I know. What was I thinking?
What were you thinking?
I think because we just finished breakfast radio together, I thought I'd be all eat, pray, love and drop coffee. There's so many other things I could be cutting out of my life. But anyway.
I can't even begin the list. It would never end. But yes, Adele has revealed she's given up coffee and it's left her with the shakes, migraines. She says it's harder than quitting smoking or booze. Now, here's my take on this. There's a good reason to quit booze and cigarettes. They're not good for you. There's nothing wrong with coffee. Trust me, I've done basically a thesis. I have done the deepest dive that you can do because I love coffee.
Yeah.
And I looked for months, research papers, scientific evidence about caffeine, and I couldn't find one shred of badness there. Apart from the whole thing, it's not great for people with anxiety, which I have. But I seem to be immune to it now. In fact, it makes me sleepy. So what I say is, yeah, I know. But you've got to push through. You've got to be like Keith Richards with alcohol and drugs.
Yeah, okay.
You've got to drink so much coffee that it just doesn't affect you anymore.
Do you know one thing that I've never understood is like when I'm at a friend's house for dinner and the parents will have an espresso after dinner?
Yeah.
That always makes me worried for their sleep that night because if I were to have an espresso at 8 p.m, I wouldn't sleep. Can you have one that late?
I generally don't, but you know I'm having a really good and wild time if you see me with a latte after dinner. That is like the most dangerous thing I do.
And you
like if I'm out for dinner and I'm just enjoying myself because, I don't drink, I don't do anything. If I'm enjoying myself, I'll have a coffee.
And that
I'll be
feels
like,
a bit naughty?
Yeah, it feels like super, super naughty. Let's move on to Harry Styles, who I also adore. He is set to release a sexy-themed range of perfumes after joining forces with Gwyneth Paltrow's former Goop designer. So she's got a whole empire called Goop, including a website and things that you can buy. Very famously, there was a, let's put it this way, there was a candle you could buy that the aforementioned crotch-sniffing Irish setters would have very, very much enjoyed. Well, he's releasing 3 perfumes, fragrances, I should say. They'll probably be unisex, under his lifestyle brand Pleasing, and they are called Rivulets. That's hot.
What does that word mean?
Rivulets is what sweat goes into when it's dripping off your body.
Gross! How is that hot?
Well, they're talking about an encounter with a stranger. If there's rivulets, you know it's a good encounter.
But gross to think about spraying it on yourself.
It's
like Harry's sweat.
It doesn't smell like sweat. It smells like, it's indicative of the passion that maybe this encounter with a stranger would encourage.
No, so
There's
the
also
shit, man.
another one called closeness, and another one called bright and hot, which is probably more your style. Bright and hot.
Yeah, vibe.
Tight and bright. So yeah, they're set to evoke a delightful encounter with a stranger, and it got me thinking I might release my own 3 fragrance.
Oh, you should. Priceline would love this. What would you do?
So I'm thinking, what are the most delightful encounters with strangers that I enjoy? Well, one would be called the car wave. You know, when they just let you through and they wave you through. That's a beautiful encounter with a stranger. Another encounter with a stranger I love is the deli queue jump. No,
Oh my God, I'm so
this one.
bored.
This one. No, you go. That would smell like Strasbourg and sauce. And then this one. This is the best encounter with a stranger.
You need to start drinking again.
This fragrance is called You've Got Something in Your Teeth. When they tell you you've got something in your teeth, what a delightful encounter with a stranger. That's so kind.
That's how you're getting your thrills and your kicks in life.
Yes, and that would smell like rocket. Because that's usually what's stuck in my teeth. We're out of here. Joel, I've just seen him lurking around, getting ready for the Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel show.
Yes, they are up next. And Swanee, before we go, a friendly reminder to everyone to tune into the project tonight, just after 7.
Oh, yes.
Because you will be on there.
I'd nearly forgotten. After 7, I'm going to be talking all things Fred's big run and how I'm going. I got to say, this weekend was not a bonanza for kilometres.
All right. And jump onto the link in our Instagram bio at the Chrissie Swan Show to donate because we need every dollar.
We're out of here. See you Tuesday.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.